Hey guys, what's up? This is Al from droidshark.com, and today I have an Android game review for you guys, and this is called Basketball. Very simplistic title. The game developer is Ellie Mark, and the game is only going to cost you 90.99 euros, so very cheap game. Unfortunately, all the apps I'm reviewing are by euros, so I don't know the exact US dollar price, but it is a very fun game. So we're going to get into the pros and cons in the outro of this video, so let's go ahead and get started and take a look at this game. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the icon first and launch the game from the icon. You can see it's just a picture of a basketball and it says the word basketball. You launch open the game and unfortunately it only works in landscape, so it's the only way you're able to play. So as you can see, there's the single player time modes, single player consecutive modes, and the network challenge. You'll see the single player consecutive modes consist of 2 points, 3 points, horse medium, and horse hard. And the single player time modes consist of 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 5 minutes. The network challenge actually lets you play with a few people live, which is a pretty cool feature. Here we have the how to play, the settings, the credits, and the Hall of Fame. So when you go into Hall of Fame, it lets you know that you want to touch the screen to aim, move your finger on the screen to move the trajectory, and release the ball to shoot. Then you have some settings, very simplistic and boring settings. You can just set your name, type 1, type 2, or type 3, and if you want sound on, it's about it for the settings. And then there's credits, lets you know who the game is actually devved by, and the Hall of Fame, which is the high scores. So when we go into single player time modes, I'll just jump into 2 minutes here and show you guys. All you do is you have the ball here, and you're going to want to shoot the ball into the hoop as many times as you can within the 2 minute time frame. Now one of the things I don't like about the gameplay is that there's really no physics engine. It's all about where you aim it. So if you try to flick it, it won't make any difference from where if you were to do this. That's something I really don't like. I do like that when you bounce the ball in, you get more points, but to bounce the ball in, the ball has to start out higher. And that's another really big annoyance for this game that I have. You can't start the ball where you want. The game actually, no matter what you do, gives you where you're shooting the ball from, no matter what. Even in horse mode, which is very annoying for me. I think that in horse, you should be able to start where you want to shoot. And another big thing in horse mode, which I'll show you guys, is that when you go to horse mode, when you make a shot from a specific location or bouncing the ball in, the actual computer who goes after you does not have to make that same exact shot. And for me, that's also a really annoying feature of the game. I think that if you have to shoot a ball from a specific place and actually make the shot, then so should the computer. That's the point of horse, and that does not work in this game. And you can see it's actually giving me a specific location where I have to shoot. And again, for horse, that should not be how it works. Another big annoyance with the game for horse mode is that you cannot play 2 players. You have to play against the computer for horse mode. So for playing with games with friends, this is very not the game for you guys. So you can see, all you gotta do is touch the screen, aim it unless you get that little yellow indicator, and you gotta try to follow the arc and let the ball fly in. You can see that was a pretty good shot. Now the farther back you are when you make a shot, the more points you get, and again, bouncing it will give you an extra set of points. So I started up pretty high here, so I can try to bounce it in. Pretty close there. Now another thing I do like about the gameplay is that the actual physics engine on the backboard is very nice. When you hit on the top of the backboard, it'll actually fly up in the air. When you hit the rim dead on, it'll actually fly straight back to you, just as if you were in real basketball. That's definitely a plus about the game. So here we are, trying to make this shot. And it's a pretty fun game. You'll see I am indeed losing to the computer on medium difficulty. So let's jump back, and then there's the network challenge, and this is where we can actually play live with a few people. Now I do have quite a few issues with network challenge a ton of the times, and it looks like right now is not one of the times. Sometimes when I launch into the network challenge, the ball actually just becomes invisible, and I cannot actually shoot the ball at all. So that's very unfortunate for sure. You can see another big thing that annoys me with the network challenge is it takes 2 minutes to load sometimes, so you have 2 minutes of practice time. It's definitely good to have the practice time, but it's definitely annoying to have to wait 2 minutes every time you launch into network mode. Here we are just kind of playing. So this really has nothing for you. This is just you practicing. And it's unfortunate because there's actually just no regular practice mode, so you always have to play to practice or launch into network mode to get this practice mode. So there should definitely be a practice mode on the game to just shoot. So as you can see, the game definitely needs quite a few upgrades, but all in all, the game itself is pretty fun, especially if you're a basketball fan. Alright guys, so this game definitely is in need of a major upgrade. For what it does, it is pretty fun, especially into just flicking the ball. Now, some cons of this game is definitely that the physics engine is not here, and that's something I really want added to this game. I think actually flicking it would make it more fun and make it a lot harder. Another thing I really think the game needs is a practice mode to just shoot and play and have fun. This game does not have this, so you always have to play a specific mode, and when you lose, that can get quite annoying if you just want to play the game. Another con of the game is that there's really no settings to it. So you're kind of stuck with what the developer gives you, and he doesn't give you that much. So again, a major upgrade is needed. Some pros of the game is that, again, for what it does, it is pretty fun. The price is not bad. It's 0.99 euros, a little more than $1 in US dollars. So all in all, the game is pretty fun. I really hope the developer brings a pretty major upgrade. But that's about it for this Android game review. I'm Cornelius, and I'll see you guys in my next one.